Welcome everybody. Hi. How is everyone doing today? 안녕하세요. 아이고, 와, 사람들 많이 들어오네. It's a lot of people. So, how is everyone doing? I'm still, I guess, overwhelmed that the album is finally out. It still hasn't hit me that the album is out. 근데 어쨌든 앨범이 나온 기념으로 노래 그냥 처음부터 끝까지 들으면서 we'll have a listening party and I'll go through each song, what's behind it and maybe like a little story behind it. Yeah, I mean, overall, I really wish you guys enjoy the album. 진짜 많이 들어줬으면 하고요. 사실 뭐 여러분들을 위해서 만든 작업물이기 때문에 작품이죠. 그래도 사실 뭐 더 무슨 말을 해야 될지 모르겠네요. I don't know what else to say. So we'll go from the beginning. So the first song, Mito. I wanted the first song, the intro, to be called Mito because this is going to be the first time, or the song that introduces the birth of Mito. 그러니까 마이토라는 캐릭터가 태어나는 약간 뭐 인트로 때부터 마이토라는 캐릭터가 이제 처음으로 알려지는 소리였으면 해가지고 자세히 생각을 해봤거든요. But I felt like Mito was a representation of who I was growing up. So I wanted this song to be, in general, very like the sounds had to be everything that I was influenced by ever since I was a kid. 제가 어렸을 때부터 영감을 받았던 그런 소리나 음악이나 그런 것들이 조금 많이 들어갔으면 해가지고 그래서 사실 장르가 되게 막 짬뽕일 거예요. But yeah, this is Mito, the intro. I wanted him to have like a entrance type of sound, you know. I'm so dirty. So that's what Mito sounds like. 마이토의 약간 무슨 어디 전쟁터 가는 소리 느낌 나는데 사실 마이토라는 캐릭터가 it sounds like he's going to war or something, but it was meant to represent a very like as if like a god was descending, but because to Ian, Mito was that type of character, like an archangel, you know. That's why 그러니까 타락 천사라고 하죠. 근데 약간 조금 it's not that it has so much of like a religious aspect to it, but it's just more of like a faithful aspect where he's represented as this god, but it's ironic that it comes from a very dark side to a very dark side to Ian, so it's kind of represented as an archangel. That's why you in during the music videos or parts of it, you see like wings and you see feathers popping off here and there, but they're all black. So I mean, there's a big lore behind that. There's a big story behind that. But essentially, what Mido or who Mido was this super being to Ian, and pretty much this song had to sum up his what Ian was feeling when he summoned Mido. So it sounds very like you're going to war or something. But yeah, it took me a while to put everything together. 그러니까 이거 막 진짜 만드는데 그렇게 오래 걸리진 않았어요. It didn't take too long. So the next song is after that. 마지막에 you hear thunder, and that's essentially when Mido finally like descends or comes out of his realm into Earth, right? Where he first steps into the reality. 그러니까 처음으로 이제 마지막에 이제 그 천둥 나는 소리가 이제 드디어 이제 뭔가 그 마이토라는 캐릭터가 등장을 한 거죠. 우리 사는 이 세계에. 그 다음에 the next one is So Beautiful, and that's essentially he sees everything wrong, you know, like all the darkness, all the negative energy that surrounds him and surrounds the world. But instead of like shunning that away, he turns that into something very beautiful, you know. And this song was I guess again I said before, but in my documentary, but it was heavily inspired by the idea that a lot of times what we label monsters as monsters to be scary or wrong are usually the ones that are most misunderstood. So it depicts on that idea. That's why in the music video, when you see So Beautiful, when you first get to see Mido, you know, in his true form, that's when there's something very eerie and creepy about it, but he has a type of dark beauty aura. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it had to be very elegant, you know. So anyway, that's it. 그래서 어쨌든 그 So Beautiful라는 곡은 이제 약간 그런 영감을 많이 받았거든요. 그 좀 약간 옛날 뭐 괴물 영화나 이런 거 보면 뭐 프랑켄슈타인이나 뭐 이런 프랑켄슈타인이라고 해야 되나? 뭐 그런 영화들 보면 약간 조금 그런 그 맨날 괴물이 이게 사회가 좀 쫓아내잖아요. 근데 이제 저는 이제 그런 걸 봤을 때 조금 약간 불쌍하다는 느낌을 많이 들어가지고 가끔 이제 우리가 사람들이 이해를 못하는 거가 되게 그거에 대해서 되게 막 무서워하잖아요. 거부감 느끼고. 사실 이해를 못하니까 거부감을 느끼는 건데 조금만 이렇게 조금 그거를 이해하는 시간을 갖게 되면 좀 더 아름답게 볼 수 있지 않을까. 그래가지고 이게 So Beautiful이 나온 건데. But anyway, it's a very pop song. 이 휘파람 진짜 어떻게 하는지 모르겠다. I don't know how I did the whistle. I suck at whistling, but 휘파람 진짜 못 부르거든요.
Let's take a trip down a dark place, baby. Look for me now, I'm not that great. Let's talk about what makes you happy, 'cause I know I'm calling for you. Get your funky love story. I love it when the skies can't sleep. I left a message in case to me. So bye-bye, bye-bye. A flawless ending, so beautiful. You're shining my love is happening. I love it when it's in my heart. It's open all the way. My love is happening. I love it when it's in my heart. It's open all the way.
I remember this part. I played this on the keyboard first. 키보드로 이걸 먼저 찍고 그다음에 이걸 실제로 이제 이거 하는 사람한테 맡기거든요. So I mean that was So Beautiful by dprian. Very the video wise too, you saw it. It's crazy because So Beautiful was, you know, like I was still manifesting Mito. First of all, in general, the inspiration behind Mito is that it's like in the beginning it was very based on my bipolar. Yes, I do have bipolar. But I grew up with it essentially. So ever since I was a kid, I didn't realize I had it, but I think I guess it kind of sparked off during my puberty era, but it was essentially the very highs that I had and the very lows that I had that like I just couldn't figure out what middle ground was. To me, middle ground was as high as it got and as low as it got. So mood swings and disorder was it was like a very personal thing in the beginning. 이 앨범 그 자체가 이 영감이 사실 제 그 조울증에서 나왔기 때문에 그 엄청 그러니까 조울증 아시다시피 되게 엄청난 하이거나 엄청난 로우잖아요. 근데 그런 거가 저는 이제 어렸을 때부터 쭉 살아왔기 때문에 중간을 잘 모르겠어요. 그래서 엄청 우울하거나 아니 우울한 건 또 아니에요. 감정이 없어요 많이. 그래서 아니면 엄청 감정이 많거나. So it was essentially depicted from my whole life experience, and for the longest time I've wanted to meld this into a character because I had to live alongside with these two opposite worlds that I was constantly battling, and it's tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard a lot, but in the beginning it was depicted from that, and I kind of wanted to get at the idea that that this character was essentially who I'm going to be living with for the rest of my life, you know. So it was hard for me to accept that for the longest time, but later on, it became easier as I kind of understood why I needed the downs as much as I needed the highs. So yeah, so generally speaking, it started off with that idea. And So Beautiful was very crazy because I didn't know what Mida would look like. Like I've always lived alongside with this down that I have, but I just did, it was hard for me to grasp what he looked like because it wasn't just me playing a character. I had to be that person that I was when I was in my downs because I'm a complete opposite person. So I was scared, number one, that Mida wouldn't come out the way I imagined, or I would be disappointed. So let me just run that back in Korean. 이게 어쨌든 약간 좀 살짝 그 조울증에 관한 정신적인 그런 거에 저희 좀 개인적인 이야기도 많이 있고 담긴 건데, 제가 사실 이 다운을 약간 저의 또 다른 자로 항상 느꼈거든요. 왜냐면 다운할 때는 진짜 완전히 다른, 진짜 뭔가 다른 사람이 되는 것 같아가지고 완전 달라져요. 약간 그래가지고 이게 계속 매번 바뀌더라고요. 근데 어렸을 때는 그거를 받아들이기가 되게 힘들었거든요. 맨날 이제 왜 이러는지 모르고 약간 좀 고쳐야 되겠다 이런 인식이 있었었는데, 근데 나중에 이제 이게 커가면서 이게 이제 받아들이기 시작을 했고, 이제 와서는 이제 그 받아들이는 것뿐만 아니라 약간 좀 실제로 뭔가 살아나게 했으면 만들고 싶었어요. 진짜 약간 제가 직접 실제로 보였으면 하고, 이 캐릭터가 뭔가 진짜로 제 친구인 것처럼, 친구라기보다는 진짜 전데 약간 다른 자. So that's where Mida came about, and So Beautiful 때 왜 그렇게 좀 저한테는 그 뮤비가 가장 기억이 남냐면, 좀 뭐라 해야 되지? 약간 그 전까지는 이 캐릭터에 대한 상상에만 있다가 어떻게 이 캐릭터가 생겼을지가 사실 되게 두렵고 좀 걱정이 됐거든요. 왜냐면 이 캐릭터가 제가 생각하는 대로 어쨌든 이게 저고, 이 캐릭터가 어떻게 안 나오면 어떡하지? 약간 생각보다 좀 걱정이 되더라고요. 왜냐면 제가 뭐 연기자도 아니고 연기를 하는 것도 아닌데, 뭔가 실제로 진짜 뭔가 몰입이 돼서 나왔으면 하는 캐릭터였는데 안 나올까봐. 근데 마침 그때 딱 마지막 그 cut. So the last scene that I had to shoot where everyone got to see Mida for the first time. 그게 비 맞는 씬이에요. Where we got, where in the music video he's getting hit by the rain, and all of a sudden he switches to this black and white being, 그 씬을 찍어야 되는데, so we were going up to that shot and I was so worried. But it's crazy because right before that shot, 운명인지 모르겠는데 약간 그때 마침 다운이 온 거예요. So right before the shoot, all of a sudden I dipped. Like I completely went down. Like my brain just it's crazy because I have like these switches where there's no trigger, like nothing triggers it. It's just my brain, like the chemicals in my brain just flip it, and I just all of a sudden I just go from 180, I just completely change. And it was crazy because it felt like it's as if like this person was really alive, So right before the shoot, all of a sudden I went down, and I had to, present Mito for the first time. And I remember 딱 이제 카메라 앞에 서가지고 이제 뭔가 진짜 그때 갑자기 땀이 확 오고 있고 저는 땀이 오니까 뭐 잘 됐다 이런 게 아니고 그냥 잊어버렸어요. I just completely forgot what I did. And I remember camera and B 하고 이제 B가 내리고 and they were like action. And I don't remember. 그 다음에 기억이 안 나요. 제가 뭘 했는지 기억이 안 나는데 I just completely lost myself in that moment. As if this might have really took over or something. And it was crazy because 약간 원곡을 다 그냥 처음부터 끝까지 이제 그냥 연기라기보다 그냥 뭐 했죠. I just kept doing what I did and I don't remember what I did. But then when they were like cut, I just couldn't shake off the character for a minute. 그러니까 아직도 너무 몰입이 돼 있어서 갑자기 이제 사람들이 기억이 나는데 그 사람들 그 반응이 되게 놀라워 하시더라고요. 거기 있는 스태프분들부터 해가지고 뭐 a lot of the people, the staff all there and everyone, they were very I think they were kind of impressed but shocked, and I didn't know why. And I went back and I looked at the monitor, 플레이백을 봤는데 저도 약간 뭐라 해야 되지? 내가 놀랬다고 해야 되나? 왜냐면 I didn't know that could come out of me, and I don't remember doing any of that. So all the scenes that you see that are black and white, and you see Mito and So Beautiful, I literally dipped, and that's what came out. So this is a very important thing for me because when I make art, 제가 뭐든지 뭐를 만들 때 I literally get a lot of my inspirations from the dark side, not necessarily because I have an attraction towards it, but it helps me feel, if you know what I mean. It helps me feel the things that I'm scared to feel. But I feel like most often the times we have to sometimes embrace being uncomfortable for us to really peak our limits and reach certain things that we're very good at. So anyway, that was So Beautiful. And the next song, Dope Lovers, this is one of my favorite songs. It's all tied, intertwined into this whole idea that I symbolize as lovers, but essentially this also means it doesn't refer just to a girlfriend, but it could refer to yourself. So 이 노래는 약간 뭐 연인한테 하는 것도 있을 수도 있지만 나름의 해석이에요. 본인한테 하는 얘기일 수도 있어요. So it's a song that you could also be talking to yourself about. But yeah, we'll just listen to it.
I'm sorry, she's vibing, no compass when I lay, you're dying, and I'm falling, you falling, you're smiling, I'm sorry, she's vibing, no compass when I lay, you're dying, and I'm falling, you're falling. Dope lover, you'd say, no number, I like your face. I'm just here for two, lying next to you. So long. we don't know love. We can't leave the question untouched. How many times we let through this moment just to hold back? Cause I think I know that you compromise this. You got everything to feel this. I thought you would fall, I would admit to live for this. Cause I just need your smile. I'm sorry, she's falling, no compass, no falling, no falling, no falling, you're smiling, I'm sorry, she's falling, no compass, when falling, you're dying, no falling, you falling. A dark lover, you are a broke lover, he was, and he doesn't know she's tired, she's tired. A dark lover, you are a broke lover, he was, and he doesn't know she's tired, she's tired. You smile, she's tired, you try, you hurts every time you're smiling. I'm sorry, she's falling. No compass, when falling, you're dying. No falling, you're falling. No smiling, I'm sorry, she's falling. No compass, when falling, you're dying. No falling, you're falling.
Yeah, so Dope Lovers. You're smiling, I'm sorry. 어쨌든 이 노래가 되게 재밌었고요. Dope is associated with a drug. So 도프라는 얘기가 또 이제 영어로는 또 이제 뭐 마약 얘기죠. 근데 I'm not saying do drugs, but I'm saying Dope Lovers is like an addictive love, you know. 진짜 마약 같은 사랑. 근데 그 사랑이 사실 뭐 상대 그 뭐라 해야 되지? 약간 여자친구 남친구한테 주는 사랑일 수도 있고, 사실 본인한테 주는 사랑일 수도 있고. It might also mean a love that you give to yourself, you know, that you're addicted to. So during a relationship, sometimes it sometimes could mean you're not giving love to that person, but you're giving love to yourself, which essentially sometimes escalates into like this whole fight and whole, like a lot of problems that arise from that. But you know, sometimes you just gotta see it in that type of light, you know. But that's what Dope Lovers is. Next is No Blueberries. Shout out to Sia and Live for helping me put this track together. Awesome trio. No Blueberries은 약간 2년 전에 만든 노래인데, 그게 어려서 이때까지 이제 안 만들다가 한 게 아니라 갑자기 이제 이때 뭔가 타이밍이 맞아서 이게 다시 해봐야 되겠다 해서 이제 No Blueberries 한 건데, so yeah, 2 years ago. It's not because it was like a hard song to make, but I felt like it just fitted this idea, this thema. And No Blueberries is essentially it depicts on the idea of when you're 뭐라 해야 되지? 약간 뭐에 꽂히면 그거밖에 안 보이는 거 있죠. So when you're so obsessed with something that you let that enrage you. So it talks about fear and a lot of it also talks about like resentment. So I've depicted that as blueberries. You know, there's a lot of things that I could have depicted, but I've used blueberries essentially because I don't know why. I don't know why. 근데 it's it literally it talks about when one's obsession with something. 이렇게 편식증, 사람들이 편식증 이러고 있는데 사실 그거보다는 약간 그거죠. 뭐 하나에 꽂히면 그거밖에 안 보이는 거 있죠. 근데 그게 누군가한테는 되게 진짜 블루베리 같은 존재에 그 작은 존재에도 약간 꽂히면 그게 진짜 본인한테 얼마나 크게 어마하게 되는 존재감이라고 해야 돼. 존재감이라고 하기보다는 뭐라고 해야 되죠? 그러니까 얼마나 큰 그게 이제 본인한테 되는 괴물일 수도 있다는 그런 표현인데, 이 작은 블루베리 같은 것도 이제 그거에 그냥 하나에 뭔가 잘못 꽂히면 그 누군가한테는 진짜로 괴물이 될 수도 있고, 그 누군가한테는 그냥 블루베리밖에 안 되는 존재인데 라는 노래였는데, so it talks about, that's why it talks about no blueberry. So what I said was, to some people, something as small as a blueberry, if they're completely just locked onto this in a very negative way, something as small as a blueberry can appear to be a monster to somebody, and to somebody else, it just appears to be a blueberry. But to those that have a slight, so at the same time it talks about it's anxiety. So that's pretty much what that comes from. When someone has an anxiety attack, they usually get triggered by things that sometimes other people would think of as silly, but to that person it could be like everything, So I wanted to kind of stress that out, because it's a lot of the times, when somebody has like an anxiety attack, it's really important that you really really treat that matter very seriously, because it's, for everyone it's a different trigger, but just because it's not your trigger, it doesn't mean it's not a problem, So that's what no blueberries is. Apparently I get triggered by blueberries.
I like no blueberries in my ice cream cake. No air to breathe with that masking tape. Stop please, I need a hostage free. I need a rocket ship, I need a run from. I like no blueberries in my ice cream cake. No air to breathe with that masking tape. Stop please, I need a hostage free. I need a rocket ship, I need a run from you. I'm just gonna fall from you. Looking down, I fall from you. Running way too slow. I fall from you. Now tell me when to stop. Now, here we go again to this beat. Tell me why you wanna be so sweet. Tell me what's in your eyes, baby. Red, green, or blue. Welcome to the other side. I keep losing my temper for you. Love how you think I'm always this cool. Excusing me one, I think I'm just a fool. In your eyes, baby. Red, green, or blue.
Welcome to the other side.
I like no blueberries in my ice cream cake. No air to breathe with that masking tape. Stop please, I need a hostage free. I need a rocket ship, I need a run from you. I'm just kinda lost. I've been looking down a lot. I'm falling way too soft. Now tell me when to stop.
이 부분 어떻게 따라하는지 모르겠어요. 미안해 답변아.
Are you killing me? I'm on your own, she knows it. She's in love with me and that's a drug and they just doses.
I know what your poses. Can't see straight, can't focus. Get your messy old feet, you the coldest.
I like no blueberries in my ice cream cake. No air to breathe with that masking tape. Stop please, I need a hostage free. I need a rocket ship, I need a run from you. I'm just gonna fall from you. Looking down, I fall from you. Running way too slow from you. Now tell me when this blue to make you come up. So when you think it's almost over, I got this blue to make you come up. So now you've blown all your colors, I got this blue to make you come up. So when you think it's almost over, I got this blue to make you come up.
So that's No Blueberries. Nerves. Oh, I'm sure you saw the video. Nerves was I guess I wanted to keep that very raw, emotion wise, video wise. Nerves 같은 경우는 되게 생적인 저의 모습을 많이 드러내고 싶었고, nerves라는 단어는 불안정한 이게 신경이 아니에요. 약간 nerves는 그 신경에도 관한 건데, 그만큼 이제 좀 예민하다는 뜻인데, 불안정함에 약간 모든 게 조금 그러니까 시작이 되는 과정이라고 해야 되나? So nerves it also talks about nerves. It's also sorry, I'm just kind of losing track. It's pretty much the video. I wanted that to kind of show where this whole thing escalated to. A lot of people think it's through a heartbreak that Mito came about and everything. It's essentially one of the things that triggered his, I guess, chaotic path to becoming Mito, but it's not the trigger. So through a lot of relationships, you gotta understand not just a relationship with your girlfriend, but it could also mean a relationship with your friends, your family, and most importantly yourself. That this is what the song depicts, and it's through a lot of the decisions that you make because of the neglect that you give to love, to your family, friends, or yourself, that you find yourself in a very turbulent and chaotic scenario, and that's what this song depicts. So right up to the point where nerves, the video, it shows a lot of distant memories, but in general what that is he's showing the moments leading up to the decision to when he decided to accept Mito, or really just kind of become him. Like, it was a decision where he was like, okay, I'm gonna, and it's kind of in a sense it talks about, it's very hitting on the idea that a lot of people, especially after going through a heartbreak or a turbulent fight or something with somebody they love, or it could even be talking about yourself, they decide to change, they decide to, they're like, fuck everything, and it's like, they decide to go down for a brief momentary moment until somebody shows them the light again. They decide to really just get stronger in a sense, and it's through resentment, and it's through a lot of these things that this person becomes more and more tough. That's what tough love is, right? So Nerves 같은 경우는 사실 뮤비에서는 그런 좀 사람들이 사랑 이야기라고 생각할 수도 있는데, 이게 그거예요. 약간 그 관계에, 그러니까 그 관계에 대한 거를 얘기를 많이 하는 건데, 예를 들면 이제 그게 연인 사이 될 수도 있고, 가족의 관계일 수도 있고, 그리고 친구, 그리고 또한 무엇보다 이제 자기 본인의 관계. 근데 가끔씩 이제 그런 관계를 유지를 하기 위해 약간 내 자신을 많이 버리고 뭐 이런 게 되게 많잖아요. 그래서 결국에는 되게 좀 되게 독하게 되는 약간 좀 관계로 뭔가 되게 후회할 만한 결정들을 많이 내리고, 그 과정들 때문에 뭔가 그러니까 어느 순간에 갑자기 본인 자신이 약간 뭔가 진짜 악당이 된 기분. 그리고 그 악당이 된 기분을 그냥 어느 순간 받아들이는 거죠. 왜냐면 너무 지쳐가지고. So 거기서 they're like fuck everything, you know, like yeah, and they you know they flip out. So that's what Nerves is essentially highlighting.
Hey girl, I heard you're leaving town. Hey girl, it might not matter now. Hey girl, maybe it works somehow. That's what I tell myself when you lie down tonight. So many times I could have held on, I still couldn't believe I let you alone. You tore me down to pieces. You'll never know how much I wish I never let you go. Hi, how you doing? I heard you seem to be happy now. Hi, how you doing? Don't worry about me, cause I'm doing fine. So you came around my house and you left your marks with your fingertips. I'm sitting where you sat down, and now it's looking for something meaningless.
When the crazy thing about this is we shot this we shot this very clutch. Like we shot this like 5 days. 5일 동안 이거를 계속 찍어가지고.
How you doing? Don't worry about me, cause I'm doing fine. 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 Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Swear it's not a lie. I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Swear it's not a lie. I'm getting
Let's see if there's like a filter or something that I can do.
You got a little nervous of running back to you when you weren't there. And I'm sorry, I was hurting too much to know that you were standing right there. And I'm sorry, I was saying this song to you to tell you I really care. And I'm sorry when I left you all alone, girl, I know that wasn't love, 'cause I loved you, he loved you, loved you.
So yeah, that's also like he loved you, I loved you, he loved you. It's like a reference to, could be the inner me or the other person me. It's like a very cross reference to this whole minor character too. Anyway, so that was, sorry, I'm just having a bit of fun with the song. 이게 좀 거슬리죠? 이게 뭐야? Wow. Oh, that is crazy. What is this? 이게 뭔데? 죄송해요. 이게 뭔데? Okay. Alright, sorry, I'll just go back to What? How did I mute myself? Can you hear me now? You can't hear me, huh? Oh, okay, it's fine now. Alright, okay. That's weird. I think it was maybe because of the filter. 필터 때문에 그런 거지 않을까요? 아닌가? I have no idea. Maybe because the filter mutes it? I don't know. But, alright, that's good. Okay, so never to mess with that filter again. 필터 때문에 없어지는 건가? What is this? Wow! Oh my god, what the heck is this? This is crazy. Wow. Sorry, I get distracted. Anyway, Scaredy Cat을 이제 네, 이거는 진짜 겁쟁이란 노래고 사실 되게 겁이 많으면 아무것도 못 하게 되잖아요. 근데 호기심이 많은, you know. So curiosity killed the cat, but this is called Scaredy Cat. It's a very light song, but it also is a different character inside of Mito. All these songs that you see, they're all a representation of a different character with a different role in a line of emotions that we all feel when we go into our downs, right? So Scaredy Cat is essentially a character, another character that is very curious of everything, but is also scared of everything. 그래서 약간 이 노래들 하나하나가 약간 좀 뭐라 해야지? 약간 다른 자아의 대표적으로 이제 어떤 우리가 사람들이 이제 다운을 느낄 때 그 감정에 뭔가 좀 대표적인 캐릭터를 하나하나 노래마다 다르게 제가 만들었거든요. 근데 어쨌든 This is Scaredy Cat. It's
I think I'm scared of all the signs. Don't ever leave me alone at night. I think I'm scared, I don't know why. Just leave the lights on and close the blinds. I'm a scaredy cat. Please no more heart attacks. I'm a scaredy cat. Please no more heart attacks. I think I'm scared, I have no time. I scream out loud just to see if I'm alive. I think I'm scared, I don't know why. So leave the lights on and stay inside. Cause I'm a scaredy cat. Please no more heart attacks. I'm a scaredy cat. Please no more heart attacks. Dial 911, I'm calling from above my bed. It's hard to breathe when you're not there. I find everything unidea. Sometimes I know you don't care, but I feel like I'm disappearing in a hole. But nobody will know, nobody will go. Except when I'm with you, sitting in my room alone. But nobody will know, nobody will go. Except when I'm. Why does no one understand when I say I will just afraid? Why does no one lend a hand when I say I will drift
was a scaredy cat. How exciting. 진짜, it's a very light-hearted, but it's a song about, you know, being scared about everything. Obviously, it's a scaredy cat. I feel like a lot of us, if not everyone, is a scaredy cat. We're scared of something. You know, 사람들은 뭔가에 어쨌든 항상 무서워하는 거가 사람들이니까. 그게 말이 안 되는데 잠깐만. 한국말을 왜 이렇게 못하지? 어떤 사람이든 뭐에 겁을 먹습니다. 네, 죄송해요. Anyway, that was a scaredy cat. 그리고 scaredy cat이라는 단어 표현이 겁쟁이 고양이 이렇게 들리는데 어렸을 때 약간 외국에서는 특히나 어렸을 때 뭐 약간 애들 이렇게 막 놀릴 때 약간 겁쟁이다 이런 약간 좀 그런 뭐라 해야 되지 약간 쓰는 말이었어요. 그래서 막 제 초등학교 때 맨날 막 뭐라 해야 되지 약간 화장실 못 들어가면 왜 화장실이라고 생각하는지 모르겠지만 그걸 막 못 들어가면 막 겁쟁이라고 scaredy cat, you're a scaredy cat 막 이랬는데 좀 that was 그런 표현이 있어요. 어쨌든 네 scaredy cat이라는 표현 왜 cat이라고 하는지는 모르겠지만 근데 어렸을 때 생각이 나는 표현이어가지고 scaredy cat. 네 다음 곡은 이제 Welcome to the Show. So the next song is Welcome to the Show. And it's 이거는 진짜 뭔가 가장 만드는 과정에서 제일 오래 걸렸던 노래예요. 작업하기가. 왜냐면 사실 뭐 되게 개인적인 감정이 많이 섞여 있는 노래이기 때문에 다른 것도 있긴 있지만 뭔가 이거는 진짜 진짜 뭔가 좀 다 마무리 지고 이제 마지막 이렇게 제 속마음을 얘기해주는 결국에는 하는 노래였기 때문에 되게 사실 만드는 과정에서 좀 힘들었어요. 왜냐 이런 노래나 이런 그 감정을 내기에 저는 기분이 좋았으면 안 됐었어요. 뭔가 다운일 때 Welcome to the Show를 그때 작업을 맨날 했어야 돼가지고 매번 다운이 올 때 그때만은 기다렸어요. 다시 올라가면 이제 Welcome to the Show 못 하겠더라고요. 그래서 좀 오래 걸렸어요. So when I was making Welcome to the Show, it was one of the songs that I took actually the longest to make, and it wasn't because it was like a hard song to make, but it was a song that had that involved a lot of like how I felt in that present moment. So it's a song that was it's very personal, you know, just like every other song, but this song was a song that sums up everything, you know, when I go on stage. And now that you've listened to all the songs, now that you know my story and you've heard everything, I'll tell you how I really feel. And that was hard because I draw a lot of inspiration from how I really feel in that current moment. So every time I had to finish this song or I had to go back to this song was when I was in my dips, when I was like 180 degree flipped and I was going through my downs again. I could only work on Welcome to the Show when I was in my dips, which is pretty crazy because when I was in my highs, I couldn't work on Welcome to the Show. It just didn't work. The feeling wasn't right. Obviously, you know, it was a different feeling, you know. So every time I went back to my highs, I couldn't go to Welcome to the Show. So I had to wait every single time I dipped to go back to making Welcome to the Show. So that's how Welcome to the Show came out. And yeah, like I can't wait to perform this song in front of you guys. 약간 좀 나 언제 그게 될지 모르겠지만 이거 나중에 공연을 진짜 너무나 하고 싶은 노래여가지고. Anyway.
Just stay for the show. No candlelight to take you home. You try bringing out the sunny times. You're not really good at telling lies. So sick of keeping it all in. I just want
Lori.
you. Turn down the lights, they'll see you now. Your head is high, so don't look so down. I know you feel the same. I tell myself to let go of the pain. So sick of keeping it all in. I just want you. Welcome to the show. So can you stay a little longer? Cause I don't know who I wanna be. So can you stay a little longer? Just until I know you see me standing here. I just want you to.
Welcome to the show. So yeah, this is again a song that was very personal for me. It was the hardest one to make, like I said before, because I had to be in my lows to only make this song, and that just shows you how important your dips are. I think a lot of people do go through a very everyone has a little bit of bipolar in everyone. Society made us like that. It's not our fault. But yeah, it's important to embrace it. You know, I think the whole idea behind this album was to show that everyone has a mito inside of them. You know, everyone has their own mito. It's to bring that idea of who we identify, or what we identify as the unknown. You know, like the sides when we're down and when we're depressed, or you know, when we're alone, when we feel like we're alone. Sometimes we resent that so much that we feel like we shouldn't be in that state. You know, we shouldn't. It's just something wrong with me, or you know, we always we kind of identify that as a problem. You know, but I wanted to bring the idea of maybe making that into a character, because essentially, you know, a lot of people say, oh, this isn't me, or, you know, like, I can't wait to be happy or whatever. But it's honestly, it is you, you know, it's a part of you. And there's nothing wrong with feeling down. There's nothing wrong with feeling sad. Sometimes we are alone, and sometimes that's just the way it is. But it's okay, you know. And I wanted to make the character that represents everything that I've always felt that I wasn't. I wanted to represent him as a hero. So he's not the. So in the beginning, of this album or the video, I show resentment to this Mairo character. I show a lot of resentment because I don't like how I feel when I'm in that state. However, as time goes on, and the more I resent this dark side of me, the more I realize I become more of a weaker person. Because by me resenting this dark thing inside of me, it's saying that, you know, I can't face this problem. I mean, I can't face this feeling. And the more I tell myself I can't face being alone, I can't face being sad, the more I actually am becoming weaker to that. You know, I'm not growing an immunity to it. I'm finding ways to avoid feeling that. And therefore, by doing a lot of that, you create a complete chaotic mess. You know, it's okay to feel uncomfortable. I kind of figured you always create, or you always grow the most when you're the most uncomfortable. If we lived in such a comfortable society, if we lived in such a comfortable way, I feel like it wouldn't be living, you know. It just wouldn't be living, you know. And it's kind of ironic too, because it's so much. Well, you know how they say, it's easier to die. It's very hard to live, you know. And if we could somewhat change that idea, and that, I mean, to a certain extent, it's very true. Not many people live, I feel like, you know. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. Mairo is meant to be the representation and the representative of everyone's little dark or sad part of who they think they're not and what they don't want to be. To kind of stand out and be like, you know, it's okay. This is actually empowering. 이걸 한국말로 어떻게 해석할지 진짜 너무 고민이 되는데, 진짜 누가 도와줬으면 해. 어쨌든 어디부터 시작해야지? 이거가 어쨌든 저는 이 진짜 모든 사람들한테는 그 조울증이 있다고 생각을 해요. 그러니까 그게 뭐 누구는 누구보다 좀 더 이제 부각이 된 케이스이긴 한데, 어쨌든 다 약간 좀 있는 그런 좀 정신적인 면이고, 그리고 저는 이 앨범이 어쨌든 약간 그런 거를 약간 좀 의미를 했으면 좋겠어요. 조금 저는 항상 그 어렸을 때 그런 게 뭔가 우울증이나 뭐 슬픈 거나 아니면 뭐 좀 불편하게 제가 항상 불편하게 느끼는 감정들, 항상 되게 뭔가 거부감, 그러니까 문제 있다고 생각을 했어요. 뭔가 내 안에 뭔가 문제가 있다고 생각을 해서 그 문제를 고쳐야 되겠다, 이런 편견을 많이 이제 사람들이 많이 만들잖아요. 근데 사실상 이런 사회에서 약간 그런 것들을 이제 좀 오히려 더 막 이게 문제다라고 계속 이제 몰입을 하면 뭔가 그런 인식을 계속 뭔가 어쨌든 세뇌를 시키면 사람들한테 진짜 본인이 진짜 문제가 있다고 생각을 하고, 그게 오히려 사람을 더 약하게 만든다고 생각을 해요. 진짜 오히려 좀 더 약하게 만들고, 나는 이렇게 느끼면 안 되겠구나. 그래서 결국에는 본인한테 편견을 만들어 버리는 거예요. 왜냐면 그러니까 뭔가 나는 이렇게 해야지 행복을 하고, 이렇게 하면 슬퍼하고 이렇게 해야지 뭔가 이렇게 해야지 뭔가 진짜 기분이 좋아지겠다. 사실 그거는 진짜 그 본인만의 평균을 이렇게 만드는 거잖아요. 그러면 이제 너무 정해버리는, 진짜 뭔가 나는 이렇게 해야지 행복해야 돼. 약간 또한 이제 그런 걸 막 다른 사람들 행복이랑 뭔가 비교를 하고. 근데 너무 이제 그렇게 하다 보니 약간 저도 이제 쭉 어렸을 때 이제 조울증이라는 그런 거에 약간 달고 살았는데, 진짜 항상 그 기분이 좋을 때는 이게 평생 이랬으면 좋겠다 하는 느낌이었고, 기분 안 좋을 때는 아 진짜 죽고 싶다 이런 생각이 너무 많아가지고 거부감을 항상 이제 내가 진짜 기분 안 좋을 때, 기분 진짜 안 좋을 때는 되게 이렇게 안 느끼고 싶어서 어떻게든 뭔가 이 감정을 피하려고 막 온갖 난리불수를 친 거죠. 근데 이제 사실상 그것도 전데, 다만 이제 그냥 항상 어떻게 기분만 좋겠어요, 사람이. 근데 이제 이 앨범이 어쨌든 좀 산으로 가고 있는데 이 앨범이 어쨌든 그게 마이토라는 캐릭터가 대표적으로 뭔가 모든 사람들 안에 마이토가 있다고 생각을 해요. 진짜 뭔가 다른 자. 근데 이제 이런 앨범 과정이나 이런 앨범 이야기가 그런 이야기예요. 약간 처음에는 뮤비도 보시다시피 처음에는 되게 뭔가 그런 캐릭터, 그런 느끼는 감정에 거부감을 되게 느꼈었는데, 점점 이런 저의 다른 이런 면을 점점 밀면서 제가 점점 약해지는 거예요. 진짜 제 실제 모습이. 그래서 나중에는 막 진짜 뭔가 원래 행복하게 느꼈던 그런 것들도 점점 뭔가 사람이 그거에 대한 뭔가 좀 이게 넘이라고 해야 되나? 한국말로 뭐라지? 약간 좀 감각을 많이 잃고, 어쨌든 사람이 본능적인 동물인데, 사람도 동물인데, 어떻게 보면 이제 우리 사회나 이런 것 때문에 되게 본능적인 게 많이 없어져 가고 있잖아요. 없어져 가면서 이제 많은 문제들이, 정신병이나 뭐 이런 게 많이 생기는 것 같은데, 그래서 이런 캐릭터를 뭔가 악당으로 받아들이다가 점점 이제 영혼이 되는, 진짜 내가 이래서 필요하구나, 이래서 다운도 사실 있으면 미안해, 갑자기 이런 중요한 얘기하다가 갑자기 그래서 이제 어쨌든 제가 하는 얘기가 업을 필요한 만큼 다운도 되게 필요하다고 생각을 해요. 진짜 다운이 있어야지 업이 있는 거고, 사실 업이 있어야지 다운이 있는 거예요. 결국에는 음과 양인데, 약간 결국에는 진짜 둘 다 서로 필요한. 근데 우리 사회는 그거에만 적응이 됐어요. 조금 기분이 좋은 거만, 그러니까 난 항상 업만 보여주고 싶다, 항상 업만 느껴야 되겠다, 이런 거에만 너무 적응이 돼서 마이토는 아니다, 좀 다운일 때도 멋있다 이거예요. 다운일 때 오히려 더 사람이 불편할 때가 오히려 제일 성장을 많이 하잖아요. 그치? 그래서 노래도 맞대요. 그래. 사람이 이제 뭔가 저는 느끼기에는 불편해야지 그 불편함을 이제 뭔가 겪고 다시 뭔가 새로 태어나는 제 자신이 더 강해지는 제가 되는 느낌이어가지고, 어쨌든 좀 긍정적인 메시지인데 제가 한국말로 설명을 잘 했을지 안 했을지 모르겠지만 힘내세요. 항상 이런 말이죠. 괜찮아요. 진짜 사람이 기분이 안 좋을 수도 있고 되게 다운일 수도 있고, 그리고 가끔 가다가 진짜 외롭다라는 느낌이 받을 수도 있어요. 근데 진짜로 괜찮아요. 그럴 때는 진짜 그런 감정을 느껴도 돼요. 그냥 받아들여요. 그냥 이게 나라고 생각하고 이거를 막 어떻게 하면 이걸 피해야 되지? 약간 이런 거보다 진짜 그냥 우리가 행복한 걸 느낄 때나 뭐 다른 감정을 느낄 때도 그냥 오게끔 냅두잖아요. 이것도 그냥 그거의 하나의 좀 그런 거죠. 네. Anyway, 그런 의미로 so anyway, like I just explained what I was talking about in English before that. So anyway, No Silhouette is the song that Ian finally realizes why he needs Mito. It's like a song where Mito is kind of drained. So Mito, the intro song, was when he was at his high. 진짜 제 하이일 때 나온 게 마이토예요. 그리고 이제 like it says, mood swings in this order. With every up, Mito, it goes down to No Silhouette. So 사람 감정선이에요. 이 앨범이. 그래서 앨범 제목이 Mood Swings in This Order. So that's why the album title is Mood Swings in This Order. So when it's essentially highlighting the highs. So 막 the intro song Mito 막 터지잖아요. It blows up. And then it goes all the way down. So he goes back to Ian, like his normal self, No Silhouette. And that's a song where he's getting all his powers and all his like his superhero powers taken away from him. And that's why it's No Silhouette, because silhouette obviously saying an outline of like a shadow of you, pretty much. And he's losing that shadow inside him. He's losing that other part of him. 이 노래 순서가 중요한 게 마이토라는 인트로 트랙이 사람이 제 하이일 때 표현을 하는 거고 점점 내려가잖아요. 감정 기복이 이렇게. 그래서 점점 내려가면서 노 실루엣이 되는 거예요. 근데 노 실루엣에서는 그거죠. 노 실루엣이 그림자, 자기만의 그림자가 뭔가 사라진 것 같다. 약간 그런 걸 뜻하는 건데, 그래서 이제 노 실루엣이 이제 점점 이 캐릭터가 그 능력들이 다 빠져나가는 거고, 능력들이 빠져나가면서 마이토라는 캐릭터가 사라지면서 점점 이제 내가 점점 약해지고 있구나, 얘 없이는. 그런 걸 뜻하는 거예요. In the lyrics I say I lost myself in the sun. It's a cross reference to Icarus, and he flies too close to the sun. 해에 너무 그 이카루스 그 알죠? 날개 달리고 막 이렇게 해로 너무 가까이, 그 그리스 신화에 나오는 얘기인데 그 해에 너무 가깝게 가가지고 날개가 불로 타가지고 떨어지잖아요. So I got too close to the sun, which is I got too close to my highs, that I started burning down like too quickly, and that's essentially what it highlights. The array of moods that I go from this and that. 그래서 그 가사가 있는 거고, I got too close. No sun. 아씨 가사가 뭐더라? I lost myself in the sun. So that's what it is. That's the essentially idea of what No Silhouette is. I thought it'd be really cool to make like a video for this, but I don't know. Who knows? And obviously, yeah, it's like also the cross reference of the archangel. So the wings is a huge part of this music of this album, because it's like it's the ideal symbol of flight, freedom, and releasing yourself. And what's really cool about this song is I keep crossing. So I say I lost no silhouette, I lost myself in the sun. And I say, there's another voice that comes out and says, this is the end, this is the end, this is the end. 이게 끝이다. 이게 끝이다. 이게 저의 진짜 하에 이제 내려가는 그 감정의 끝이다. 약간 좀 이런 표현을 하는 건데. And later on, I cross-reference it. So I say. 일단 노래 한번 들어보죠. 죄송해요. 말이 너무 많네요. Another important thing. 또 한 가지 약간 사람들이 궁금해했던 점. 이 앨범 전체에서 제 목소리가 있고 마이토 목소리가 있어요. So throughout this whole album, there's my voice and there's Maito's voice. And I'm not sure. Could you guys guess which one's Maito's voice and which one's Ian's voice? So every time you hear the song, there's parts where it pitches down, right? So Beautiful에도 있고, There's에도 있고, 약간 목소리가 살짝 이렇게 내려가잖아요. Like, for example, right? 어디 갔냐? So burning down, like, so you could hear a faint like transpose that's down. Burning down. So that's Maito's voice. It's a very so it's Ian and Maito singing together. Maito is the lower one. So that's why at the very end 마이토 목소리가 좀 더 낮은 목소리고 이안이 살짝 높은 목소리예요. 그래서 이제 마지막에 I lost myself in the end. 이게 계속, it was in the beginning, it was, so in the, what's fun about this is in the intro song it goes from Maito's voice to the last voice being Ian's voice. So if you hear the 인트로에 약간 이제 마이토 목소리가 처음 등장하고 그다음 이안 보이스로 마지막에 바뀌잖아요. So I'm just trying to stay alive, keep the fire down, don't wanna be alone like that today. Sorry. Yep. So this is where you first hear Maida's voice.
I'm just trying to stay alive, keep the fire down, don't wanna be alone like yesterday.
Maida has the I, and that's when you first say, I'm just trying to stay alive, keep the fire down, don't wanna be alone like yesterday. And yesterday is the only part where you hear Ian's voice. In that order, you first hear, I guess, Maido, and then you hear Ian's voice. 근데 No Silhouette에서는 Ian에서 마이토로 다시 바뀌어요. And it's meant to be like a paradox. It's meant to be a flip. So Maido goes in and Ian comes out. Ian goes in, Maido comes out. So in Low Silhouette, it switches. So it goes So I lost her, so I go this again. So that's something fun. So every time you hear the song, these songs, for certain songs you hear Maido singing, and certain songs you hear Ian singing. Another good example is Dope Lovers.
You're smiling, I'm sorry, she's vibing, no compliments.
So this is Ian, and then Maido.
Just you smiling, I'm sorry, she's vibing, no compliments. You're smiling, I'm sorry.
Another reference. So 이건 마이투. 감사합니다. 어느 쪽이나 다 좋대요. 감사합니다. And then this is Ian.
Every time you're smiling, I'm sorry, she's falling.
Anyway, so yeah, that's the idea behind the downs and the highs. It's also a double meaning because the lows and the highs should be a representation of the voice as well. So every time you hear, so maybe in the future you might hear a song where it's just Maida singing. Or in some songs you hear just Ian singing, and there are songs like that here. So if you want to make a separate post about this, you guys can, because it'll be good if people understand this meaning as well. But that's essentially also what I made for this album, what I wanted to outline, the detail. It's not just me singing, it's also Maido singing. So it's like, if every time you hear that, I want you guys to picture that. Anyway, that comes to the conclusion of this. As for the name Mito or Maito, I like to say Maido, but it's crazy because during the process of making this album, well, I had this idea of wanting to bring this character to life for the longest time. 이름이 어디서 왔냐? 약간 이 사람들이 많이 물어보는데, 일단은 영어로부터 먼저 설명을 해드릴게요. I'll explain in English first and then Korean. But long story short, I've had this concept of an idea for the longest time. I just couldn't figure out the name, it was crazy because I think it was like one day, like, because my team knows like what I go through, like my ups and my downs, like they've seen it all. But you know, especially Scott's seen it all. Like he's he's seen everything. Like he's seen the worst downs that I've ever had, craziest highs, and he's really been through it all, you know. And so as a team, but I think he, you know, in that matter, he really knows where I come from when I talk about this concept. So he actually came up with the name MITR, and it was essentially driven from the abbreviations of mood swings in this order, and this quickly became the title name for my album. It solidified it because it essentially, you know, he took some time out to think about me, who I was, what I was like, and then he kind of figured that mood swings in this order. So, and it's not only what's fun about this is MITO, the TO is this order, but if you say this order, it's also DISORDER. So it's like a mental disorder. So it was a play on words, and I thought it was very genius. And I think I heard that Mito or Mito in I'm not sure in which language it was, Spanish or something. I think it meant myth, a legend. So I figured, yo, that is literally what this has to be. And it resonated with me so much that I want to really use his name. So shout outs and thank you so much. And you gotta understand, the team really works hard for this album. Every single drop, this song is I'm sorry, not the song, this album is just, I don't know, like I'm kind of at a loss for words right now, because just thinking about back to the times of every time we went and constructed this from scratch, from nothing. It was crazy. It was just intense. So anyway, 한국말로 제가 설명해 드리려면, 마이토라는 이름이 약자가 감정 기복이 이 순서대로 라는 표현인데, 제가 이제 저를 진짜 되게 잘 이런 거를 많이 보고 제 약간 조울증을 많이 겪은 그 dprian 램이 이름이 스카시인데, 그 친구가 저랑 이제 어쨌든 dpr을 처음 시작을 했을 때 같이 있었던 친구였고 같이 시작을 한 거거든요. 근데 이제 그 친구가 이제 제 약간 그런 꼴을 다 봤을 거 아니에요. 막 엄청 막 미친 듯이 내려갔을 때 그 모습도 봤고, 그래서 되게 막 진짜 되게 저를 잘 아는 친구예요. 근데 이런 컨셉은 진짜 사실 되게 오래 전부터 있었었는데, 이거 이름을 약간 만들어가는 과정에서는 이 친구가 이게 어떠냐 해가지고 이제 약자부터 설명을 해줘서 이제 그걸 보자마자 저는 그 이름에 사랑에 빠졌죠. 근데 사실 그것도 있어요. 이 약자에 mood swings in disorder인데 TO가 disorder거든요. 이 순서대로. 근데 그 disorder를 이제 영어로 만약에 하면 disorder가 DISORDER처럼 들려요. 근데 그 DISORDER 이 뜻은 그 장애라는 뜻이에요. 그래가지고 진짜로 사실 되게 똑똑한 약자를 만들어놨죠. 이제 그 스카시. 그리고 또한 이 마이토 이게 스페인어로 신화적인 라는 의미예요. 저는 몰랐는데 좀 그렇다네요. 운명이죠, 뭐 이게. 제가 신화라는 그게 아니고 그건 진짜 그냥 좀 옛날 좀 신화적인 약간 이런 의미인가 봐요. 어쨌든 근데 그런 것도 있었는데 몰랐죠. 그것 때문에 한 건 아닌데, 그래서 그게 어쨌든 앨범명이 됐고 제 캐릭터의 또한 이름이 될 거고. 그리고 중요한 거는 이 앨범의 뮤비들 보면 다 조금 캐릭터가 다 달랐으면 좋겠어요. 저 보는 그 담겨있는 뮤비 안에 캐릭터가 와, 그 다음 뮤비랑 또 너무 다르고 그 다음 뮤비랑 또 너무 다르고 약간 이런 느낌을 받았으면 해가지고. 왜냐면 실제 저는 뮤비에 담겨있는 그 모습 제가 전혀 안 그러거든요. 제가 너무 달라요 진짜. 근데 저도 봤을 때 와, 이게 나라고? 이게 좀 이게 놀라운데. 근데 어쨌든 yeah, shout outs to the whole crew and the whole team for helping me put this together. It's always a pleasant surprise. I can't believe it. It's been so long, and I can't believe I started pursuing music again. I'm so excited to see what I've made for this at the end of the day. So I'm very, very excited to bring more to you guys and to continue Maido's journey. 이 세계관, this universe, 이 세계관, 마이토의 세계관은 유지가 될 거고요. 앞으로도 앨범 나오는 뭐 제가 낼 수 있는 하에 마이토라는 그런, 저와 마이토라는 그런 좀 스토리나 이야기들이 더 많이 이제 진짜 영화처럼 풀어 나갈 거고요. The lore is going to continue. I'm going to continue this relationship of Maito, and who knows, one day maybe universes will clash with that of dprian Live. 물론 이제 뭐 우주로 갈 방법을 찾아야 되는데. 근데 뭐 어쨌든 I just want you guys to enjoy the album. I'm not asking for anything. I'm honestly not. I'm not. You know, I'm not expecting to like get like any certain type of number or rewards or whatever from this. I just simply, all I ask for you guys is just to enjoy it, and that's all I would ever want. If you can relate to this, if you can, you know, if you can take this upon yourself to bring this, bring you like to a newer light and help you go through your downs, then I think I've done my job. I think that's all I want this album to ever really do. You know, if it can help one person, that's even more than enough for me. You know. So yeah, 저는 이 앨범이 저는 그냥 바라는 점이 사실 그냥 이 앨범이 누군가한테 뭔가 좀 힘이 됐으면 하는 그 바람만 있어요. 그러니까 저는 사실 그거밖에 안 바라고요. 다른 뭐 무슨 상이나 뭐 이런 거 진짜 전혀 필요 없고요. 약간 저는 그냥 이 앨범이 그냥 어떤 누군가한테 진짜 만약에 도움이 될 수 있다면, 아니면 자신감을 심어줄 수 있는 역할을 할 수 있다면 저는 그걸로만 해도 너무 충분하고, 사실 그런 것 때문에 저는 이런 거를 만들었기 때문에 저는 그냥 그것만 부탁드릴게요. 그냥 힘들 때 뭐 그냥 이거 꼭 안 찾아도 되니까 그냥 좀 즐겨 들어주세요. That's all I want. So anyway, lastly, but a big shout out to my mom. It's, you know, I don't get to see her as much, and honestly that's the reality of it. It kind of sucks because, you know, especially now because of Corona and everything, I haven't really got to see my mom properly for the last 10 years. You know, it's like she raised me like as a single mom, and it must have been tough to see her only child go to like a distant land, and, you know, just have to go through all of this, like literally have to go through all of this. And I'm sure like she probably is like worrying always a lot, but a big shout out to her, because without her this I probably really could not bring this, I guess, work of art to you guys. So this all happened because honestly it's because of my mom. So I hope nothing was in vain, and I do miss your mom, and I love you a lot. So this is, in a sense, what my mom made. Like, this is her album. You know, so this is essentially what she has created, you know. So quick shout outs to your family, guys. If you have family, just make sure you you know, you tell them that you love them when you can. I take it for granted a lot sometimes, but yeah, I hope you guys remember it's very important that you do keep in touch, and you do say what you want to say when you do say it, you know? So I mean, that's everything, and that sums up everything. 아닙니다. 네, 저는 어쨌든 이제 또 뭔가 작업을 더 해야 될 것. 좀 남는 게 있어가지고 그거 좀 마무리 져야 돼가지고 어쨌든 너무 감사하고요. Anyway, I'm very thankful, and oh yeah, and also like a last shout out to everyone that's been supporting me close by, my friends as well. Yeah, tough times, but I miss you guys, and I definitely can't wait to see you guys again. But yeah, and anyway, just trying to end it off that note. Listen to it more, enjoy the album, and be strong, be safe, and be happy. And I'll see you guys next time. You know, whenever I do. Till then, enjoy the album. 전 이만 가보겠습니다. I'll see you guys later.